have any of you guys looked at Anno 1800?
No.
I I have I mean I did not play it. I've watched streams of it and it's very just it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. The textures and the entire world, everything about it looked beautiful. I do like how it's kind of like a mix. It kind of gives you that civilization or like a civilization builder game where you're building the town square and the buildings on the side and kind of gives you that economy system in there. So I really do like it. I didn't try it because I think the graphics for that would be a little bit too much for a mid-range graphics card. I'm probably gonna try
Wait
it.
a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. You spent like $1,500 on your computer and it's a mid-range computer?
Mid-range graphics card.
So, just for those of who are unaware, Anno 1800 is a city builder, is kind of my understanding of it. I have not played any of the Anno games.
Oh, really?
There are multiple Anno games. Have you played any of the Anno games in the past, Tortuga?
I have, yeah. I've played some of the past ones. And I've actually followed a few, just casual browsing from some YouTube videos. Yeah, it's you can think of it as like the latest Pharaoh or Caesar. I don't know if you guys played those really old games, City Builders.
I printed out like a 300-page manual for Caesar 3.
Holy shit.
I remember falling absolutely in love with. I had to take Latin in middle school. I had to take 3 years of Latin in my school, and so like this was one of the things that while I was taking Latin, I was like, "Oh man, Caesar 3 is awesome." I suck at Latin, but this is Rome, man. So, but yeah, I never played any of the Anno games. I did play Caesar 3. I played a fair bit of the SimCity games, obviously, and I played a lot of Tropico 1 through 3s. So, I mean, I'm not a stranger to city builders. I know Anno in the past, I think, has focused more on like futuristic games with like Anno 2205, and I think there's one in like 2700.
Yeah, they have, I think, two futuristic titles, but I think they have more past titles. They have, I'm gonna say off the top of my head, 4 past titles.
Okay.
So,
have they ever done the 1800s before?
no.
Okay.
I think they've done 14, 17, 16.
Oh, you're right. I think there was one that was like set in like the Renaissance, I think, and then I think there was a 1700. I think you're right. I vaguely remember seeing like a box on a shelf at like a Target or something like years ago for it.
I'm going to pretend I'm not just looking at Wikipedia right now. I'm going to just go off the top of my head that they have a 1602, a 1503, a 1701, and a 1404.
Why is it all like odd? Like why not like 1500 and why 1504? Like why not? I wonder why. There must be some kind of story behind that.
Yeah, that is a good question. I mean, maybe it draws attention to it. I think it kind of does.
I think I'm gonna guess also part of it is like there's these years mean something. Because the newest one which came out is Anno 1800, and it's very specifically geared to be like this is the Industrial Revolution. And if you think about the 1800s, like during the Napoleonic Wars, in the early 1800s, probably right around 1800, the British Empire, London and the British Isles specifically, were really starting to go through the Industrial Revolution. And that was sort of a watershed moment, as the beginning of 1800 is the rise of coal in Europe, and the rest of Europe kind of lags behind. But it's, it seems to be focused on the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century. So I would guess, like, I don't know, but it looks like Anno 1602's subtitle is Creation of a New World, 1503 subtitle The New World. So there might be a historical reason behind that? Maybe?
I'm still just happy that I got 4 games in the past and 2 in the future.
I mean, you're right on that. But I guess
that's the depth of my knowledge, really. I mean, look, the game is a city builder. I don't know what excites you about Anno 1800, because city builders themselves have just really, really evolved since. Okay, maybe, yeah, I would say definitely there hasn't been like a revolution in city builder design, but I guess their focus has shifted. That's what I should say. SimCity, you could just build a grid structure, put your commercial, industrial, residential down. Now, Anno's never been that way. They've always been about harvesting minerals and trade and stuff like that. So it's a different focus than SimCity altogether. I'd almost put them in two different city builder categories, like the SimCities, the City Skylines, the what was that other one? The one that
Tropico?
No. There's another city builder that's like SimCity XL. What is it called?
I'm not from a Cities XL or something, maybe?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
That's one. Wait, City Skylines is just the evolution of that, is it? Or the successor? Because Cities XL was supposedly terrible.
I'm not sure. Honestly, I haven't played like any city builders recently other than Tropico.
Yeah, there's those. I would say that there's like these city builders, and then there's like these. I don't know how to describe them any differently, but like the Tropicos and the Caesars and Pharaohs. I would put all these into a different thing, where you're managing resources more. With the City Skylines and SimCity, these are like true metropolis constructors, where you're managing not really the resources and all that. You're managing like the flow. It's mostly traffic simulation, because that's what a lot of good city construction comes down to, good public transportation, stuff like that. Look, I'm not an expert on these games. I don't know why I'm speaking as if I am.
I know for Tortuga, for those of you who are unaware, Tortuga has can we say you have a book club going on your Discord? Is that a thing we can say you have, even though like we've covered...
There's a channel on my Discord called Book Club.
You had a couple meetings for it. You had a couple of, people get together and chat via voice about the one book that we've gotten to thus far.
Look, it's still my inspiration for reading Massey's Dreadnought, and...
Have you finished that yet, by the way?
I have like 3 more chapters, and the book club will resume when we all start Kaigun together. Should be in a couple more weeks.
I mean, that's definitely the goal. That's a book I've been working on for 6 months as part of the book club or whatever. But reading about that era of history, for whatever reason, the late... sort of the Victorian era, I guess I would say, is really interesting to me for a lot of reasons. And Anno, if you look at the look and feel of it, feels a little bit Victoria-like. I think if you look at the screenshots and if you look at the marketing,